I'm doing my PhD on like how yoga is helping in diabetes, and we are going to check it in molecular way. What is happening on the molecular level? This is my PhD topic, and now coming to explanation, I will just start with research in yoga. So, what do you feel? Why research in yoga is important? As everything is being explained by our rishis, like Maharishi Patanjali wrote Patanjali Yoga Sutra, her Pradipika is there. We have all the manual, we have everything. Still, we have this much instrument, like crores of money utilized in yoga research. What is the need of research in yoga? What is the need of utilizing so much money, spending so much money? Uh, Given that everything is there in text. So, what do you feel?
मॉडर्न साइंस से करने पे लोग बिलीव करते हैं, वैसे लोग इसको करने लिखा है फिर भी।
Yeah, that's a fact. Because when we are doing, we come out with a proper result. Definitely, obviously, people will believe that.
So all these answers are almost like connected. We are trying to give evidence. Okay, so please do one thing. Please make a safe distance from the. Do not accept that this is written in our text. For example, just a small example I will give. Nadi Shodhan Pranayam is there. What we are doing in Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, we are inhaling from one side, we are exhaling from other side. Now we have knowledge of anatomy, both the nostrils met at one point. So if someone is observing Nadi Shodhan from the lens of anatomy, what he will feel, such a stupid thing you are doing, you don't know both the nostrils connect at one point, you are inhaling from one side and exhaling from other side. But to answer these questions that these things matter, we are doing research in yoga to provide evidence, with the help of statistical data, with the help of these kind of machines, we are trying to provide the evidence. It all started with our beloved Guruji, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, who started research in yoga. Many yoga gurus are there. They have lakhs of disciples across the country, outside the country. But how government of other country are making policies on yoga? Just because of Dr. H.R. Nagendra, because he provides the evidence, and only because of that. People can follow a faith, people can follow a cult, people can follow any belief system, but government cannot follow without the evidence. So yes. Dr. H.R. Nagendra started giving evidence. Now we can see we have yoga in our policies. Many other foreign, even UNO recognized as a World Yoga Day. Why? Because now we have given the evidence that yoga works. So this is the role of yoga research. Without that, nobody is going to believe you. So Guruji started this work to spreading yoga. We can tell like God own medicine, God own technique, and Guruji is trying to spread that technique, and we are also trying a little step. Like a squirrel was helping Lord Rama, we are also trying to do the same thing. So coming to this lab, this is molecular biology lab, also biochemistry lab, and we are also doing some genomic thing here. So also a genome lab is here. So coming to our body has many chemicals, lakhs of chemical we have. So we can classify all those chemicals, and we call these live chemicals as biomolecule. I think you all are aware of this term, biomolecule. So we have major biomolecule: carbohydrate, protein, fat, DNA. So these all are major biomolecule. That is also there. So how yoga is affecting carbohydrate, how yoga is affecting the glucose level, how yoga is affecting protein, means how yoga is affecting your insulin levels, how yoga is affecting your DNA. For example, with age, DNA damage occurs inside our body. And there are many diseases like sickle cell anemia. It is because problem in our DNA. So how yoga is affecting our DNA? How we will do with the help of this lab, with the help of these machines? How yoga is affecting the fourth biomolecule fat? How much triglyceride? How much low density lipoprotein? High density lipoprotein? All these things are getting affected by yoga. We are trying to answer that. So these are the biomolecule. I will just try to explain in a simpler way what all techniques we are using here. First one is chromatography.
Sir, please explain about of DNA.
Just I will finish, you can ask your doubt.
Okay.
So first technique is chromatography. So now you all are crowded in a room. So if I want to segregate you all, I will say just run for 10 kilometers. So if you all will run for 10 kilometers, somebody will stop after 1 kilometer, somebody will stop after 5 kilometers, somebody will stop after 8 kilometers. By that way you all will be segregated. So this is chromatography. What we will do, we will take a paper, we will drop something in that paper, for example blood. After some distance, protein will travel, then DNA will travel, then some other compound will travel, and we have everything segregated inside that. So this is chromatography. That machine you can see, high performance liquid chromatography. That machine used to segregate substance based on this chromatography technique. So other technique is spectroscopy. So spectroscopy is based on how much light some compound is absorbing. For example, I am wearing this green shirt. Why it is appearing green? Because it is absorbing all the colors and it is reflecting green color. So every compound absorbs something and reflects something. So on the basis of this principle, for example, we want to know how much glucose is there inside blood. We will throw some light, and that is a specific wavelength light. So how much light is coming back, we will get to know how much glucose is there on the basis of how much light this is absorbing. So this is spectroscopy. One is gel electrophoresis. Gel electrophoresis means DNA is there. DNA is positively charged or negatively charged? No, DNA is negatively charged. Negatively charged particle. We have DNA negatively charged particle. So we keep two electrodes, positive electrode and negative electron. We will just take the DNA in between these two electrodes. So DNA is negatively charged and it will travel towards positive charge. For example, DNA is there in between. It will start traveling towards positive side. The big molecule of DNA will travel slow and small molecule will travel fast. And we have DNA segregated between the whole slide. So these all techniques we are using to segregate different biomolecules. Apart from this, we have biomarkers also. Do you know what are biomarkers? What is marker? Marker means which is giving indication of something. For example, in your whatever accommodation you are in, there will be some marking. This is S-VYASA Bhavan, this is Maitreyi Bhavan. So biomarker means which are giving indication of some life process happening inside our body. For example, aging. So how fast you are aging, how slow you are aging, we have certain chemicals. For example, there is a chemical telomere length. So if that telomere length is very little in your body, it means you are aging so fast. It doesn't matter whether you are 20 years old or 25 years old. If your telomere length is small, you are aging very fast. Even if you are 45-50 years old and your telomere length is still there, so it means you are not aging that fast, you are maintaining a good body. Many biomarkers are also there. For example, biomarker of diabetes is there, HbA1c. It tells you what is your blood glucose level for 3 months. So this is HbA1c. Apart from that, we have TNF-alpha, C-peptide. It tells about how much inflammation. Inflammation means how much fighting is happening inside our body. So these all are biomarkers. Cortisol is there. For example, you have seen downstairs. Some experiment will be there to test the stress level. Some question paper will be there. How much stress you have. So that is subjective thing. I am asking you how much stress you have. You can answer. You can like fake the answer. You may answer wrongly. But if I am checking your cortisol level, like it will be true. You cannot like change your cortisol level. So that's why we are using all these machines to check about biomolecule and biomarker. If any questions are there, you can ask. Thank you. One more request. You can visit the whole lab. Please don't try to touch anything. You can click pictures. Anything is fine.
One more question.
Yeah.
Can you just describe the machines, if possible?
Actually, these all machines are not related to one process. Every machine, for example, process of gel electrophoresis is there. Little bit this machine will be used. Then the machine outside will be used. So I just explained.
Yeah. The main purpose is explained.
Yeah. These machines are like about whole DNA.
अभी हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं डीएनए चेक करने के लिए मशीन। ये आप सामने देख रहे हैं पर्सनल जीनोमिन मशीन DNA चेक करने के लिए है ये। हमने भी पहली बार देखी है, क्या आप भी पहली बार देख रहे हैं तो कमेंट कर सकते हैं। हम S-VYASA यूनिवर्सिटी में लैब में आए हैं जहां रिसर्च चल रही हैं, स्कॉलर्स रिसर्च कर रहे हैं। ये मशीनों को आपको और दिखाएंगे हम। ये भी मशीन है।
सर इसी तरह की मशीन से ये
कौन सी मशीन क्या काम कर रही है इसका हमें अच्छे से पता नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी एक विजिट हम इस लैब की ले रहे हैं। अगर आप पहले योगा से संबंधित इस तरह की मशीनों को आपने देखा है, जानते हैं, तो मशीन्स के बारे में नीचे कमेंट कर सकते हैं आप। S-VYASA यूनिवर्सिटी बेंगलोर में हम साइंस लैब में हैं जहाँ पे ये सब रिसर्च की जाती है। सामने जीरो साइंस लैब भी आपको दिख रही है।